This is a Headgum podcast.
Extra.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Extraordinarians. Today we are very excited to be talking to BJ Scott.
To be talking to
BJ Scott. And he did something that absolutely terrifies me. I think he's continuing to do it. Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, but he has scuba dived in all 7 continents?
Scuba dove. And he holds the record for the fastest, or I guess the shortest amount of time in which to scuba dive on all 7 continents, which is, I think, 21 days and change. So I didn't even occur to me that was a record that was out there. So I that's impressive to begin with.
And terrifying. That just sounds terrifying to me.
Just the travel alone, just you know.
I
the
think
airports.
Just like scuba. I want to talk to him just about scuba diving in general. Maybe just my what ifs go a little crazy in my narrative in my head of what could happen, and it would keep me from doing that. But I guess, I don't know enough.
Where are you at on snorkeling?
Snorkeling's fine. You're above water. There's a tube. I can easily stand up. Well, not always.
Yeah, I don't know. Where are you snorkeling?
But it's like you just have access to air pretty quickly.
Yeah. Kristen, penny for your thoughts on scuba diving and snorkeling.
Thanks for asking. I was like, should I go? I don't do either. Thank you.
You've never snorkeled?
I have snorkeled a little. No, I haven't actually. I've put goggles on in the ocean. Does that count?
Nope. Why not? Because you're afraid or what?
How dare you? I'm not afraid. I'm not a very good swimmer. And
I would bet you are a good swimmer.
No,
really...
I'm not. My parents took me to swim lessons when I was a kid, and I had trouble on the first day putting my face underwater. And my parents said, I guess she doesn't like it. And never brought me back.
Wow.
I never learned how to swim, y'all. So that's part of it. I'm from a landlocked state of Colorado. So also, I agree with you. Scuba diving feels very claustrophobic to me. We're not meant to be down there. We don't have gills. But that being said, I cannot wait to pick BJ's brain.
I was real into just the idea of scuba diving as a kid, so much so that my dad got me a subscription to Skin Diver magazine, and he would yell up from
pornographic.
I know
he would yell up from the den, Matthew, your new issue of Skin Diver arrived.
He called you
Matt,
Matthew?
Yes.
You really were that into scuba diving at that age?
Yeah, all that Jacques Cousteau stuff that really hooked me.
Should we be calling you Matthew?
Nope.
Just your father?
Sometimes my mother, and that's it.
Matthew.
Or Moberg?
Whatever.
I mean,
call me whatever you want.
Name
I don't
give
care.
Your kid so you can just say Matt.
I think so.
Well, I'm Anthony, and my parents call me Anthony. But I changed it in middle school to Tony for some reason because I thought Anthony sounded weird, and now I regret it because I like the name Anthony.
You are not.
Anthony
you're not an
Hale.
Anthony. You're not even a piece of you. Not even your mustache is an Anthony.
It's a beard.
What you've got both. You're a Tony through and through. Yeah.
Really?
No, like an Anthony is more European, and that is not you.
Anthony.
I always thought Anthony's kind of like smart, kind of quirky. No?
I don't know.
Anthony is like Anthony.
Oh, like an Anthony. Well, that's like a Tony.
No,
hey, Tony.
Anthony
Yeah, I
is
guess
like,
so.
are you painting the Renaissance movement right now, Anthony? I guess
Am
I
I
am.
really?
painting the Renaissance movement?
Yeah, only
Got it.
Anthony would understand.
Oh,
Not Tony, so.
Well, Anthony,
All right.
Tony, Kristen, we're all
Matthew.
What's Kristen short for? Christina?
No, that's the unfortunate thing is that I struggled to get a nickname out of the name Kristen my whole life.
No one called you Chris?
No one called me Chris. No one called me. At one point, I'm like, hey, guys, I'm Kit. Everyone call me Kit. Guess what? You don't get to give yourself a nickname. It doesn't work. Like, it has to be gifted to you from someone else.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall for that day at school. You're like, I
sent out notes, like.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I'm Kit. That was in high school, too. I was like a junior in high school. It was way too late. Way too late to start that trade. But I know an adult who's in her late 40s who has asked her friends to call her a completely different name.
And what's the reasoning? She just got tired of her name?
I think so.
It's not a derivation of her first name.
No, it's completely a different name. So,
is it much more like rock and roll, or is it just sort of a lateral move? Or I guess you can't really comment on
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Okay.
But I will say, Kit Shaw has a really nice ring to it. Introducing Kit Shaw.
Kit Shaw. But in college, people called me Shaw, and I like that.
Yeah. Well,
oh no, we got really bad at podcasting. Kevin, have you seen such a
we
disaster?
were never that great at it.
No, we were never.
But, one of the places where you can be whoever you want to be.
Any name you want.
Is under the sea.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have our conversation with JB Scott.
BJ Scott.
Oh, you're dyslexia.
Even better. Oh no, sorry.
I like
BJ
JB.
Scott.
I like JB.
Yeah, well, we can pitch it to him.
Yeah. We're all
Here
trying out different names.
Our conversation with BJ Scott right now.
Here it is. Okay, so BJ, you are probably like a superstar in the scuba diving community.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Am I wrong?
Well, I would. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Pump yourself up. We're ready.
Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong. I've been to a few dive shops since then, and it's like, I've seen you is this an article? I've seen you on the Guinness
World Records
Instagram page. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, hey, how's it going, guys?
So, BJ, you hold the record for you scuba dived in all 7 continents in the shortest amount of time, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm saying that right? And it was 21 days. Am I right about that?
19 days, 19 hours, and 41 minutes.
Okay,
wow.
You remember that. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess let's start at the beginning. Like, where did this passion for this come from, do you think?
Well, I would say it's been like a series of life decisions, I guess. I started, I guess when I was young, I always loved the water. But I have accessibility to like the pools. The time I was living in Bronx, New York, so there's that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I got older, I joined the military, was doing swim qual. I was able to really branch out and like really thrust myself into like, the water for the most part. And it wasn't until my first cruise to the Bahamas, I think in 2014, 2015, where they offer like the scuba diving, like the beginner scuba as an excursion. I was like, oh, sign me up. I didn't know what all it entailed, but I was like, no, I just kind of jumped head in first. And from there, I got a after that, I got certified as an open water diver. Shortly after, advanced and kind of like just moved up the ladder until I became an instructor. Oh. And then once I became an instructor, I realized I actually hate teaching.
Yeah.
So I wasted all that money. And I was like, I'll just do this casually. It's okay. Mm-hmm. And and it was, it's pretty much what got me there.
Wow. I thought when you were talking about joining the military, I thought it was like the Navy would take you to scuba diving, but it was the cruise. It was
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Did you ever think about being like a SEAL or a Navy SEAL with all the underwater training
God,
that
no.
you have?
Nope. No. I wasn't built like, I'm not built like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Neither are we.
Neither
You're right.
are we.
I could do it.
It takes a special kind of person to be a SEAL. I was like, I'm good. I leave it up to them.
Yeah.
Now, BJ, what's the most beautiful thing you've seen under the sea?
Or the top 3.
Yeah, something when you
top
see
3.
it, it blows your mind every time.
First, sharks. It's not common. I go on a lot of dives, and it's not common to see as many sharks, or if any at all. So when I do have a dive, I'm able to spot them out. I'm kind of like, just blowing bubbles. Oh my God, this is a shark! It's a shark! Man, it's like a white tip, black tip. Like, even if it's a nurse shark, I don't care. It's just a shark.
Wow.
Let's see. Oh, whales. Oh my God, whales. They just such majestic animals. Whales and sea turtles, I wouldn't say in that order, I think.
Yeah.
For me.
So I have, okay. Jaws pretty much screwed me for life. And so
no way.
I do not, the ocean does freak me out. So when you're saying like, yeah, I saw the shark, it's so cool, or I saw the whale, that does not freak you out, obviously.
Not at all. No, I'm actually the one chasing after them. But no, you can't do that. I mean, I know now, but before when I was, young, I was like, oh my God, sharks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get on the video. I was like, oh yeah.
Wow.
So I'm the one chasing them. They never chasing me.
That's
I got
amazing.
one time, I was in Australia, good old Australia.
Yeah.
I was diving a shipwreck. And
wow, a shipwreck? How old was the ship? Like a pirate one?
No, not a pirate. No, not a pirate ship. It was the old Navy ship, I think from like 100 years ago, something like that.
Wow.
It got lost at some point, and they found it. And it's a really dope shipwreck. It's actually one of the best shipwrecks in the world. So I was coming around the bow area, I guess. Yeah, it was kind of pointing up. I was coming around, and a massive bull shark kind of swam past me. And that's the only time like my heart was kind of fluttering, because I was not expecting that. It was pretty massive. I mean, it had to be at least maybe I don't know, 14 feet, 15.
Man.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God. Whew.
But you could fight him off with like a skeleton or something from the shipwreck.
What's crazy? They actually had some. They actually had skeletons in the ship in the shipwreck, but we couldn't breach the shipwreck because you need a special permit because it's a protected graveyard now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, people were actually stealing bones people remains out of the ship. I'm like, who does that?
Come on. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I was about to fight off the shark.
Yeah,
right, to fight off the shark. Yeah, that's right.
So say that shark spotted you. What do you do in that situation? I'm asking for a friend.
Calm. You try to remain calm. I know it's easy said than done, but you want to remain calm, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to seem as prey to them. So you don't want to be failing around. You don't want to be like kind of raving around or kind of just making too much disturbance underwater. So because what happens is that it will pique their interest and they want to see what's going on. So you want to remain calm and kind of like slowly swim away if possible backwards. If you can like do a little frog kick or shit. You want to remain you want to keep eye contact on them all the time. So you don't want to turn your back on them. So probably you do a frog kick or kind of just kind of like slowly move back. And then they most 9 times out of 10 they just go along their way.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like you're their peer. Like we're just here together.
Like, oh, you're not food. I was like, oh, you look interesting, but no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah.
So help us understand how. So you find this passion for scuba diving, and then from there, how do you get to like, okay, maybe this 7-continent thing? Like, where does that idea come from?
Yeah, what does that even mean? Does that mean that? Can you break that down a little more? Okay, how that's kind of structured?
Yeah. So pretty much what started it was a documentary. I was watching Netflix in my room, and between boredom and excitement, I was like, oh, this sounds okay. So I was watching this documentary called Nayad. It's about a 60-something-year-old woman who decided to swim from Cuba to Florida nonstop.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm here watching this documentary. I was like, she's amazing. This is an amazing woman. And so I was like, I wanna have a whole adventure like that along the lines. I mean, I'm not swimming 25 hours, but something that, kind of resonates with me.
Yeah.
And I was on the phone with my friend, and he was like, maybe you should do a Guinness record. And I was like, oh, didn't think about doing that. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. I kind of just jump head in, and it's a matter for me. I didn't know you can actually go on the website, type in, different, whatever, like records. Scuba diving, and see what's been beaten or not, whatever. And you can just submit your application. They approve it a couple weeks later, and you just kind of just go for it. They give you the parameters on how to complete the whatever. They give you the parameters. You kind of do the whatever in the parameters, and then you kind of go for it. So they gave me that, and it was a matter of like planning out the logistics of pretty much. So what happens is that you pretty much just dive on each continent, from each continent. So you'll land in Thailand, for instance, and just that'd be an Asian continent. So you just kind of dive there, and you take a flight out to the next continent, and just so on and so forth until you just finish all 7 continents.
Which continent had the coldest water?
Oh,
I know which one.
It's actually neck to neck between Ushuaia and Antarctica, because Ushuaia is like the southern tip. They call it the end of the world. So it's really close to Antarctica. Wow. So it's pretty close to Antarctica. So the waters are actually pretty similar. Yeah, South America. Yeah,
I see.
So it was freezing. Yeah.
And do you do this by your? Because do you do this by yourself, or is it something that you have a kind of crew of people that you travel around with? Because I would think, can it be kind of isolating? Because obviously it's very meditative too, but you're by yourself underwater.
They actually don't recommend you dive by yourself. I am certified as a self-reliant diver, so I'm able to dive by myself if I want to. But no, I ended up for each dive, diving with a dive shop. Just coordinate, the boat rides and all that good stuff. I don't gotta think about anything like that. So each dive is with a dive shop.
Yeah, got it.
Mm-hmm. So what was your route? Where did you start and where did you finish? How did that go?
Yeah. So in order for me to dive in Antarctica, I needed a dry suit. I need to get dry suit certified. And it's because I was here in Thailand, dry suits are pretty much like an insulating wetsuit that pretty much you just don't get wet when you go diving. So the weather just was not conducive to that. I'd have been really hot. So I decided to go to the next spot, which was Thailand, after Australia.
Okay.
So I was in Sydney, Australia, getting certified, and so I started there. I started in Sydney, Australia, and then I flew back here to Thailand, Phuket, Thailand, and then after Phuket, Thailand, I went to Alexandria, Egypt.
Wow!
After Egypt, I went to Malta, Miami. Wow. From Miami, Argentina. And Argentina, I took the cruise to Antarctica.
That's so epic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild.
And
exhausting.
Yeah, I can imagine. And you've been in Thailand for 2 years. Or is it something you're continuing, or like what is it? What are you doing in Thailand?
Oh, so I moved here officially for 2 years ago.
Got it.
So this is my apartment. So here I'm a photographer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a photographer here. So I do that for the most part. And besides that, I'm just kind of just chilling, kind of enjoying life, So the soft life, as they call it these days, the soft life.
Yeah.
When you're underwater, you can't talk underwater. You have to just use like hand signals and stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it is the silence deafening? Like what is it like to not hear sounds, or do you hear sounds under the sea?
I would say you hear sound. It's not silent at all. The ocean is very much alive. Yeah. There's definitely, you hear anything you can just see. Well, you just hear the sound of the ocean, right? Which is kind of like this. I can't even put it into words. It's like, you've been underwater before, right? Wow.
It's like a snorkel, like a heartbeat, like a
whoosh.
Whoosh.
Yeah. Or you hear whoosh. Yeah, whoosh, or like just pulsing. Like it's weird sounds.
Yeah.
Especially if you hear whales in the back, like miles and miles away, you can hear like the echoes. So that's kind of cool. So it's very much alive. So it's not really quite silent. So
you've never heard, "Help me, BJ!"
Oh God, no!
I'm still
God, no.
alive. Tell my family.
No, and I think that would. I think I'd be terrified. I don't think I went into the water again.
That'd be scary. There's your next scary movie.
Right.
Wow, that's so cool. And just to be like, do you feel like happy when you're there, like a peace? Do you feel better diving, or do you feel better when you're done with the dive?
Oh, you never bet after you finish with the dive. You're actually pretty exhausted. But while you're under, it's really because it's really therapeutic. As he said, but as Tony said, really really meditative, right? It also depends on the dive site because not all dive sites are the same. So you can go dive in the Maldives and just be swamped by currents, swept up by currents, and that's not relaxing at all, So it just depends, but for the most part, it is a meditative, therapeutic activity for me, which I love it. It's kind of like one of my outlets. Because I'm really like hyper on land, so like I said, the ocean kind of requires a different side of me.
Oh, nice.
So it's more like a calming. It's pretty calming. So
yeah.
How was it after that first dive where you were like, oh, this makes so much I'm in love with this, like that feeling? Were you hooked immediately?
Oh yes, because it's like I've never dived that deep ever. Like, so my first dive was in the Bahamas, where you had like the healthy, you had healthy coral. You see some of marine life, you saw this fish and sea turtles. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. I want to do this every day.
Yeah.
So but I didn't get certified immediately after because I was too broke to take a separate trip and then get certified as a scuba diver. So I had to wait a little later.
Yeah.
So I kept doing Discover Scubas whenever I took trips. So it's like a one-off thing. Aside from taking 3-4 days off to get certified, and it's just too much at the time. But yeah, we got there eventually.
Have you ever seen one of those floating plastic islands they talk about on the news?
Yeah.
No, I mean I have. However, I have. I've been to like some various places where you do see a lot of trash, like Malaysia, for instance. I don't want to put Malaysia on the map, but there was a spot near and around Borneo. Or even Indonesia too, because Indonesia has a lot of currents, so you would get a lump of trash every now and again. I mean, not as big as obviously the garbage patch or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you do get a lot of floating debris. So, that's kind of disheartening. And you try to do the best you can. Rather just usually I think we have such a great community now because a lot of the dive shops, like without even having to say a word, like we see a lot of trash, we'll stop the boat. We'll go in, get the trash, pick it up. And go out dive. So it's been that. So yeah.
So I have a very stupid question. Well, first of all, 2 questions. How long are you under the water in a dive? And then how do you know where you are? Like, how is there not a world where you just get out of the water and all of a sudden it's like I have no idea where I am,
Yeah. So roughly depends because everybody oxygen consumption is a bit different.
Yeah.
But roughly you can be underwater for about an hour. Even longer, depending on the mix. It can get really technical with scuba diving. So you can get tri-mix or regular stuff. You can be underwater for hours. However, for regular casual divers, you're under there for about 45 minutes or about an hour. Sorry, what was your second question?
It's like how do you know where you are? Like
Yeah. So usually you're diving. So even for me, like even as an instructor, I'm experienced on good stuff. If I'm going to a new dive site, which I'm just not familiar with, you'll always go with a dive guide. Usually you always go with a dive guide with someone who dives every day. For the most part, so he knows he knows the orientation of the, because he's diving every day. So it's pretty much like that. If you're doing, however, if you're going to maybe I want to dive by myself, not dive by myself, but like I'll have a couple buddies, and I only want a dive guide. What happens is that we have compasses, which it teaches how to use underwater. So once you go down, you kind of orientate yourself, kind of set your gauge, and you just kind of go. So you just go in one direction, kind of see what's going on, come back, and just use the compass. Yeah.
And how deep do you go? Like, what is the typical depth?
The typical, it really depends what you're trying to see. So usually you want to stay pretty shallow because that's where all the coral is at. So around like maybe between 5 to 15 meters, sometimes a little bit deeper. Depending on little coral wall, like it's depending, but roughly around like 15-20 meters is where ore dives pretty much happen. Unless there's a shipwreck and you're like, oh, I need to go a little deeper. That could be around anywhere 30 meters on, just about.
Yeah. The movies always scare you about the bends.
The bends.
Is that like a real thing you gotta keep an eye on?
Yeah, and Radiohead. Oh.
Yeah, decompression sickness. Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, it happens, but it's pretty uncommon if you just follow, the guidelines. Just follow what your instructor's doing.
Right.
And just follow your training, you won't get the bends. It's usually when people dive outside the limits or try to stretch out their dive and just do something they're not supposed to be doing. And that's what usually happens. But for the most part, if you're just a regular casual diver, you just follow all the rules and all the protocol, you're pretty much good. But yeah, you wanna avoid getting the bends, especially in places where they don't have a decompression chamber. Then you're really messed up. So, yeah.
Right.
Do you feel like you could, sorry, talking over you guys, but really good question coming up.
Here we go.
Do you feel like you could be an astronaut? Like, I feel like they're the same, where you're kind of reliant on your own suit and oxygen. Like, if they were like, BJ, we need an astronaut tomorrow, could you do it?
I would want to do it because of the experience. You know, I think my passion is for new experiences. So you tell me I'm going to space, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I don't think I've had the interest to actually want to be an astronaut. 'Cause I think actually space, I think space would be quite boring. You know?
Yeah.
It would be less noisy, I hear. Like there's no sound.
I think because it doesn't have sound, right? Yeah. It could be. But
My
I'm thinking
favorite-
it's like.
Go ahead.
I was like, there's no sound, like there's no wind, there's nothing. It's like, how does that work? You know, I'm just confused on how that works, but it's kind of, But I'd be interested to do it though.
Okay.
I would be interested.
I'll make a call.
To NASA, let's see.
Yeah.
So you're sort of continuing this passion you have for like, all right, I did this, all the continents scuba diving. You're living in Thailand, which probably is an adventure. Is that like a real source of, are you fueled by, new experiences? Are you constantly sort of in the hunt for that? Is that, and like, if so, what's on your horizon,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always chasing something new. There was a good saying. There was at the top of every mountain is a bottom of another one, right? And so I'm just not at the bottom of this next mountain. I'm trying to figure out what's next. And what's next is school. I'm back in school.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back in school. I was just thinking about this a couple weeks ago. I'm just trying to figure out again what's next in terms of what I want for life. And I just feel like I'm 33 and I've done a lot up until now. And I'm getting to, I had to like really just reevaluate what I wanted in life and things that I haven't done so far. And the only thing that's been on my list that has eluded me for years is medicine. I always wanted to become a physician. And so I'm now knocking out some prerequisites that I didn't get my first degree. I plan on signing up for the PA program because I'm just not going to medical school at this place in my life. I'm just not. But the next best thing is PA, so I'm doing that. So right now I'm just studying. I have my little anatomy flashcards. I'm taking anatomy physiology.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's the next journey.
That's such a great way to think about it. Like a new adventure, a new challenge. Right. I think that's a real gift to use to approach a life, to be like, all right, what's my next sort of mountain to climb? Where I think a lot of people would be like, oh, this is some torture I gotta walk through. But it doesn't seem like that's how you think about it.
No, the fun is the journey itself, so
yeah. Also, we need people in medicine too. Like, you will always have a job. Bodies are always breaking.
Right, exactly. But my main goal with that is I really want to go track, because they have PAs Without Borders.
Yeah.
Same as Doctors Without Borders. So I definitely want to work abroad, and kind of like just work on underserved communities and stuff. So
that's awesome.
So that's great. Because I'm able to still combine travel with, I'm passionate for medicine. So
yeah.
Is there a place you have not scuba dove that is on your list?
Yes. It's actually a couple. But it's going to require some coin. So it's the Cocos Island, which is bordering, I think, South America, something like that. And it takes about 11 days to get there, I think.
Wow.
But it's costly. But it's teeming with, like hammerheads, like everything and anything you want to see, they have it. I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy.
Wow.
The Galapagos Islands, like the cream of the crop. It's like, for divers, every diver wants to go to Galapagos Island, so I'm still waiting to get there. Miyamoto, it's in Japan. It's a place where during like June, October, you can like literally dive with hundreds of hammerheads.
Oh no!
Oh my God,
that's too many.
No,
wait.
It's not enough. I'm like, that need thousands.
There's never enough
crowd
hammerheads.
surfing hammerheads.
Seriously, just kept you riding around. I mean, I mean, they don't condone, touch an animal. And maybe we gonna be on 2 hammerheads like Aquaman.
I was gonna say you're giving me Aquaman vibes.
That's what he's giving, right? So
But dude, I gotta tell
on
you,
my list.
your story though of like wanting to do Doctors Without Borders, and then wherever you go. I mean, these 3 places you can go there and then scuba.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At the same time.
Exactly. And I had the money to do so this time. So kind of like, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
Dude, you're really inspiring, man.
Yeah.
Really
Thank
inspiring.
you. I really appreciate it. I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all been scuba diving yet? No.
No.
Have an interest in it? No.
No.
I would love to. I was telling them
Yeah.
I was really into it as a kid and kept saying like I want to be an oceanographer, but it was just because there was this guy Jacques Cousteau, like in the 70s, this French guy that was like had these movies about underwater, and I was
right.
But no, I haven't done it yet. It's on my list.
I mean, you're definitely inspiring me to want to do it. I was saying I'm not the strongest swimmer, and I worry, and I think I'm pretty good at giving up control, which I think is the biggest thing for scuba diving, of just letting yourself know that you're going to be okay and the oxygen will come. But then I also just worry that when you're saying, Tony, going down and not knowing where you are, like all of that stuff feels so like that. It would be a big, you know what? I'm going to do it.
Yeah, please. Yes. You should try it.
I should just do it.
Next time you go on your next trip, go to the next dive, find a dive shop. Tell me you want to sign up for Discover Scuba. It's a half day. They kind of give you a crash course on what to do. And they take you out to the boat, or they do a short dive. And you're not going that deep. You may be going around maybe 10, 15 feet deep.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit deeper if you're really comfortable. And you can see everything there. And if you decide to, if you really love it after that, you can decide to get certified. But yeah, at least try Discover Scuba to kind of see if you
Do you dream? Do you
it
dream underwater? Are a lot of your dreams underwater?
Not really, honestly.
No.
It's I think I don't remember a lot of my dreams, but no, I don't think.
Oh, that's.
I can't remember the last time or ever. If any of my
Because a lot of
underwater.
Tonys are. That's interesting.
Exactly. I don't scuba, but
it
I'm
just
always
means you have
underwater.
to pee, Tony.
Yeah, exactly. No, but have you guys ever? I remember I've had dreams where I can breathe underwater. Do you guys have those dreams?
Oh my God.
No. That sounds it's a pleasant experience in your dream, right?
Oh yeah, it's totally pleasant. Like definitely, yeah.
Huh.
Maybe it's a womb thing.
I'm just happy to hear that Tony has pleasant dreams, because I worry that when you go to sleep, it would just be
A nightmare.
scary.
Yeah.
Really? Oh well, I don't like scary movies, but like, my dreams are pretty decent. Yeah.
I actually had a really bad nightmare the other day, which I think I haven't had a nightmare in years. It was actually I was running at night, which I'm not sure why I'm running at night, but this guy who you ever see the movie the horror movie Smile?
Someone described it to me, and that was too much.
Yeah, the guy just smiling hard cheese at me, and I'm like, what's going on? He started chasing after me, and I'm just running, and I'm yelling, no one's here to help me, and oh my God. I woke up and my heart was like fluttering. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. But you don't have that experience with sharks. Yeah.
Right. I should have seen.
We're safe.
Right.
Well, BJ, thank you so much for joining us. This was really, really inspiring. You're the coolest.
Oh, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. We like talking to people who do awesome things. So what a privilege to get to chat you up.
Yeah.
We have to come to Thailand, and you can teach us how to scuba dive, even though
please
we don't like
let me
teaching,
know.
But
Can we stay at the White Lotus?
Oh, actually, it was crazy. I was an extra on that show.
Oh, really?
When they filmed it here.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, so you can see me. You'll see me behind. It was at the villa. You can see me in like a burnt orange shirt. I'm right behind her head. Like you could barely see me, but I know my head.
Yeah.
So I was right behind. It's right behind.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is fun.
Yeah.
You also have an amazing Instagram too, with these beautiful underwater shots and movies and stuff. So where can we find your Instagram and all that?
Yes, you can find me at bj.thetraveler with 2 L's on Instagram.
Okay.
Good name.
Yeah.
Good name.
It's really high-end content you're putting out there.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Better than
Thank you.
better than mine. I hope you go. I hope you go to every place you want to visit.
Yeah.
Oh God,
except for
so
space. I think we should just forget about that one.
There's nothing there.
Oh no, I haven't quite written that off yet because I want to see what's really out there. So I kind of have that.
Oh,
that it's really piquing my interest on just what's really out there in space. So
there's definitely aliens in the ocean, right, BJ?
Oh my God, you know what's crazy? I actually want to see something really epic like that. As alien, I want to see a ship coming out of the water. I'm like, oh my God. I knew it.
Yeah.
So you
I haven't seen
haven't
anything
yet.
creepy out of there. I haven't yet.
Well, then,
but I'm on the lookout.
if anyone's gonna see it,
let us
it's
know.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I was thinking, I was hoping I'd see something interesting in Antarctica. Aside from the iceberg. But I'm thinking like, okay, this is where they say everything's at. There's ice wall. They say this is where,
Right.
I was like, nope, nothing's here. Okay. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
I love
Thanks
that you
for doing
run
the work.
towards it. Yeah, I love you run towards it. That's not something I run towards, like trying to find the aliens in the water or the
Yeah,
sharks.
Definitely. Take me with you. I mean, Earth, I'm done with Earth right now. Just take me with you. I want to see what's next. I want to see what else is out there,
So great. So great. Well, thank you, sir, very much. This was awesome.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Guys, what an incredible person.
Seriously.
Adventurer.
That was one of the first ones where I was dealing with my own issues of like, this guy's doing what I would have liked to have done. A lot of the other guys, I'm not jealous, but that one I was like, oh man, I gotta get on my goals here or something.
Like maybe you made some wrong decisions. Is that what I'm getting?
Well, I just haven't made the right ones yet.
I think you've made incredible decisions.
Thank you, Tony.
I don't have any desire to be doing what he's doing, but I'm super inspired by it. It terrifies me. I was just at the beach and looking at the ocean. It's very peaceful to me, the ocean.
Yeah.
But when it gets dark, the water gets darker and darker. It just seems terrifying to me.
How deep it is, that kind of freaks me out. Like if you're ever like on a boat or something, you're like, the ocean is like, it's 2 miles down.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
That
know.
freaks me out.
And the ocean also,
Too
it's like
deep.
even on the beach, they're like, watch out for the riptide. If you're even 5 feet into that water,
Yeah.
you're done. Like the
You gotta
ocean,
swim.
she's an
Sharks.
angry wind.
Yeah.
She'll decide if she takes you or leaves you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You're right about that.
But don't you hear also the stories of like sharks coming up and just like eating people right near the shore? And he's like, yeah, I
don't hear those stories.
That doesn't
I do.
happen.
And then he's like staring him down and he's fine with it. It's wild to me.
I don't think sharks are as interested in people as Spielberg wants you to believe.
No,
They're not interested in me. I'll tell you that much.
There was a story.
And they can't get one to return my call.
When I was in South Africa, I was talking to a surfer who was having a great surf year because there was these 2 orcas that were teaming together to grab all the sharks, rip them in half methodically, and eat just the liver. So all of these shark corpses were on shore and they were ripped in half with just the liver missing. And it was these orcas, but they were like, the surfers felt completely safe.
Wow. Any chance you could do the accent of that guy being like, it's a great surf year? Love to hear that.
Let's see.
Maybe
South African.
Just-
great.
you got it.
It's a
Here we go.
great surf year.
Oh, that's really good, actually. But I continue to be proud of the 3 of us and Kevin, the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Just sort of hosting
Kevin
these
went like
guests.
this. Thank you.
I do feel like we're having company over, and we kind of have to be nice to them. And I'm proud of us. You know what I mean?
Can you cut out that pat on the back? That was so lame.
I'm complimenting you.
I don't want it.
Oh, Kristen,
well, then
you
I'm
gotta learn to
complimenting
receive.
Tony.
What?
Yeah, I'll take it.
You will. I don't. It's easy to be nice to these guests.
Yeah, obviously
then
Matt's
I'm
having a
sorry
hard
about
time with it.
Yeah.
Wait, can we cut this part out, Kevin? Guys, You know what I learned from talking to BJ is, I mean, I do think scuba diving is accessible. Like, you can take a lesson. You can try it. Maybe we should do it.
No,
and Kevin, can we cut that part out as well? I would love to do that. 3 of us, get some B-roll of it.
Yes.
Well,
and turn it into content.
Yes.
And I'm telling you right now, this dad bod's going to look hot in a tight suit. I'll tell you that much.
I feel like a wetsuit is slimming, though.
No,
it's sort of like
for me.
The curve in my backside is now kind of in my front side.
Symmetry, that's good.
Oh, well.
But no, I'm proud of us, and I'd be even more proud of us if we all went scuba diving together.
That would be great.
I will say I would do that more than I would jump out of an airplane.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
Because that seems absolutely maniacal to me.
Kristen, you should do stand-up comedy underwater, where you write the jokes.
Oh, just on paper, like on plastic? Because you can't talk. Yeah. That's what, you know me. I love to gab. And then I'd have to shut up under the water. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
I think
I would be talking through the oxygen.
You could be practicing your own material to yourself.
You can crack yourself up with your own thoughts.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this school of fish gathers around Chris and is like,
I do love that he was talking about seeing the wrecked ship.
There were bones in it?
It's an official graveyard, dude. I wonder if he'll find Amelia Earhart's body down there.
Yeah, keep looking, please.
I also liked how he said he didn't like being a teacher, because sometimes I think teachers are the most important part of society, and sometimes I'm like, well, I'll teach, I'll make the world a better place. And just like giving instructions to my husband or daughter, I get so impatient immediately. Yeah. I'm like, you cannot teach.
Well, they don't want to hear it. That's part of it. I'm trying to teach my wife things all the time. She doesn't want to hear it.
What's one thing you're trying to teach her?
I mean, how to type on top of a PDF. She doesn't want to hear it.
Oh, I don't understand. Why are you doing
Let's say you've downloaded a camp form that you have to write your name and address on.
You got to do an annotation.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And then you hit text, and it's annoying because you have to hit text.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't want to hear it.
But our listeners do.
Well, that'll be a different podcast. But listen, guys, thanks so much for your time and attention and for listening.
This was fun. This was really fun.
This was a good one.
Yeah, really good.
Finally.
Guys, check out BJ Scott. Follow him on Instagram.
It's BJ Traveler or BJ the Traveler?
I think
I'm going to follow him right now.
Well, thank you guys, and we will see you next time on the Extraordinarians.
Bye.
That was a Headgum podcast.